Today I'm going over the Weishi No. 1000 Timegraph. This tool lets us see how a mechanical watch is actually performing, not just whether it runs. So there are three main readings to pay attention to on this Timegrapher. It's going to be rate, amplitude, and beat error. But, for the simplest of terms, I'm just going to go over the common settings and things that I look out for. So let's go ahead and turn it on. It's just a little switch, and it'll boot up. Now, it's connected to a amplifier. This is the amplifier, and the watch will just go in that little clamp to the left by my thumb, and it just senses the tick and the impulse of the balance. This particular model also rotates, so you can do dial up, dial down, and different configurations to test the watch in all its facets. So let's get on with the settings. So you have start, pause, and settings and sound, then up and arrow, right? So what I like to do first of all is to get the sound to turn off, because I don't want the tick, 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 tick. So I just mute it, and it says right there, just turn it on, turn it off. And then you got clicks there. And if you mute it, hit the start, pause, and then sound, you go to your settings. And that's how you change your settings up or down. To go to the different settings, you'll hit settings sound to move between the different items. The beat rate, lift angle, test period. And then when you want to make a change, you would use the up and down arrow. So case in point, if I want to change the rate or a lift angle, I would do that. So that is pretty cut and dry of the settings. Beat rate, I normally leave it auto, and lift angle is watch specific. Let's get to the watch. So we're going to be using a Benrus 3-star sunburst dial. I actually did a service on this watch for the channel. So if you want to see that, please go find that video, and I'll also link it below. So I'm going to set it in the microphone. As you can see, it goes in cleanly, clamped together, shouldn't ruin it. This is dial up because it's dial up, and this is dial down. Now, if the movement is open, it would be reverse. It would be dial down in the up position, and then like this, it would be dial down because it's upside down when I'm regulating it. So I would put it in upside down on that position to actually regulate it. So with dial up, as you would be wearing it, this is what you should see. Now, let's go over each of these things. It looks like a hot mess, but I assure you each thing means something. So you got rate, amplitude, beat error, and parameters. So your rate is measured in seconds per day. A positive number means the watch is running fast. A negative number means that it is running slow. That's pretty simple, right? For a typical vintage mechanical watch, anything with or plus or minus 30 seconds is generally acceptable. Modern standards are much tighter, but that's also coming from a battery. So you need to understand that a 70-year-old watch does not need to be quartz perfect, right? So this rate here is plus 18 seconds per day. That's going to fluctuate as this watch settles. Again, it's on the Timegrapher as if I were going to be wearing it. So the better this looks in this position, the better the time will be when you're wearing it. Your amplitude. Amplitude tells us how much rotation the balance wheel is making, measured in degrees. This is a health indicator, right? Fully wound, most manual and automatic watches show around 250 to 300 degrees. This one dial up. Now, lower amplitude can indicate friction, poor lubrication, an old mainspring, or power loss somewhere else in the train. Right now we're at 177. Hopefully, as this watch settles, because it's been sitting for a couple of weeks now, it's for sale, so I'm just waiting for somebody to purchase it. The amplitude will go up as this watch expands the mainspring, and as oil and everything starts moving around, and it gets more comfortable, right? So amplitude is, for layman's term, the strength of your watch, from the mainspring all the way through. Now we just jumped up to 196. Beat error. So beat error is the impulse joule, right? And it's measured in milliseconds and how the balance impulse is between ticks. Ideally, you want it as close to 0 as possible. Anything under 0.6 milliseconds is generally fine. Right now we're at 0.3, so that's pretty good. You're never going to get 0. If you do get 0, good job, take a picture, hold on to that for life, because it is absolutely difficult. Your microns here. And yeah, the watch is settling. We got plus 13 seconds. Now we're up to 213 amplitude. Beat error is holding firm. As you can see, that green light indicates that it still has a beat. So if you can't hear it, if it's muted and you're not sure, that green light will also indicate that it's receiving a beat. Now that line, right, it uses that, those are the traces. And straight, clean, parallel lines mean the escapement is healthy. Wavy or scattered lines usually point to dirt, oil issues, magnetism, mechanical faults. If it looks like spaghetti, something's wrong. Or if it looks like a snowstorm. Each of those dots is a tick. So tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, right? Or tick, 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 tick. Usually the bottom one is the left, top one is the right. Some people will contest that, but that's the easiest way for me to remember it. Open and close, left and right, top and bottom, tip top, right? And then parameters, it'll bounce through the rate and the lift angle. So that's what we're going to go over now. Lift angle is determined by the escapement geometry and is designed into the movement by the manufacturer. It does not change unless parts have been modified or damaged. Most Swiss lever movements fall between 44 and 54 degrees. Like Omega is 49 degrees. This Benrus is 52 degrees. Common values like 49 and 52, but you always verify the specific caliber. If your lift angle is wrong, your amplitude will reflect wrong. It might be low or high depending on the lift angle, so it's something to be aware of. Now, the watch is settled, dial up as you're wearing it. I got plus 7 seconds per day, 215 amplitude, and 0.3, 0.5 beat error. Looking good, it's a straight line. I'm actually really happy with this. This is a well-regulated 70-ish year old watch. So if the lift angle's wrong, amplitude's wrong. If the beat error is wrong, pretty much everything's going to be wrong. So that is something to keep in mind. If you notice that your amplitude is 370, 400 for some reason, your lift angle is wrong. If your amplitude is below 100, your lift angle is wrong. If the beat error is wrong, pretty much all of the readings will be wrong, and your amplitude will be directly in correlation to your rate, because if the amplitude shows low, your rate will normally show low. Beat error and everything else is tied together. So each piece of this Timegrapher tells a whole picture to everything. So yeah. This is a valuable tool that, when properly utilized, you can really get into it. Now, I have, off camera, flipped the dial so it's dialed down. You're not going to wear the watch like this. I'm doing this to show, there you go, dial down. So, not going to wear the watch, like, unless you're hanging upside down. I don't know why you would be hanging upside down. But this is to demonstrate a non-regulated watch, right? So the beat error is still accurate, and the amplitude drops to 178. Again, you're not going to wear it like this. Gravity's fighting against you. And then your rate is negative 218 seconds per day. So this is how a non-regulated watch could look. The lift angle is still correct, but the amplitude is low. It was 240 earlier. Now it's 199. Beat error is still good at 0.2, 0.1 milliseconds. Hey, that's awesome. But again, we're at negative 191 seconds per day. So this watch, if I were servicing it, it would need regulation. And I would actually service it and start fresh. Again, I created this situation by putting the watch in a non-wearable configuration that you normally wouldn't wear it in. And I'm asking a lot of this vintage Benrus. So yeah, that's that's pretty much the Weishi in a nutshell. If you have any questions that came of this, or you want to see anything else, do please comment below or send me a message. Like, subscribe. I'm going to try to do more of these tool instructional videos as I can. Keep in mind, I'm an amateur. I'm still learning as I go, and I am absolutely consuming everything I can about this hobby. So the more I learn, the happier I am. So appreciate you guys hanging with me for this little bit of time. And again, any questions, send them my way.